We all have a favorite song or songs. We all have music that we listen to during different moods and seasons. There are some songs that we like so much that we listen to them on repeat over and over again every day. Music is one thing that we have for ourselves that helps us release or bask in our emotions, and each person has their own set of unique feelings when they listen to a certain song or artist. It's a coping mechanism for a lot of people because it can bring us happiness and sometimes help us through a dark or hard time in our lives. So when a song gets associated with a certain person or experience in our lives, it can change our entire view and feelings about that song, whether it's in a negative or a positive way. But I'll be focusing a bit more on the negative effects someone or an experience can have on our favorite music. There's so many reasons why we would share a song we like with someone. Because we think they'd like it or relate to it, or because we feel that it describes them. When people become special to us, we think about them when we go about our day-to-day lives, and before we know it, we start to think to ourselves, oh, this person might like this thing or this place or this song, whatever it is that we usually would have to ourselves, we start to include them in. All my inhibitions go out the door when it comes to sharing things I like with people I like, and music is really just one example. There's so many other things that this happens with, which I'll talk about in a bit. But sometimes we might even meet someone and get really close with someone who has the same taste in music that we do, so we have a band or an artist that we learn that they like as well. Soon you're listening to those songs together and introducing them to new ones, and things are going really great. Until they're not. For whatever reason, you guys have a falling out or a disagreement or something that leads to you no longer talking to that person. And when you hear those songs you used to listen to together and songs that make you think of them, you get hit with a bunch of memories that leave you with that hollow feeling in your stomach. And it's not even because they're bad memories. Most of the time they're actually not. But now, revisiting those memories or remembering your time with that person isn't really something you want to do anymore. So that song that you loved so much becomes something that you can't even stand to hear. And it kind of makes it feel like you lost a really great part of you or something really important to you to that person or that experience. And maybe that sounds a bit dramatic to say, but maybe not, because that's how it really feels. I've lost many songs over the years to this, and there are some songs that I no longer listen to because of a depressing phase I went through or an experience I just really don't like thinking about or having to remember. I discard certain songs completely. Listening to them or hearing them becomes the hardest thing to do. There are a few songs I've tried listening to again since so many years have passed since whatever traumatic ordeal had taken place, but nope, couldn't do it. Couldn't bear to hear them. And I don't know if that will always be the case. Maybe at some point I'll be able to listen without feeling anything or reclaim or change the meaning that a certain song has to me. But I'm at a point where I feel like I'm afraid to love certain songs too much. Kinda like how when sometimes you share your interests and stuff with someone and they go off and hijack your whole style and everything that you like and kind of make it their own after you're no longer talking to them anymore.
I lost something once. I lost something I couldn't live without. My identity.
Now, it's not a bad thing when someone really likes the things that you introduce to them, but finding out that they still listen to a song that you shared with them, or they still do something that you showed them, or go to places that even you took them to, it can give you kind of mixed emotions, especially if you can't really enjoy those things in the same way that you used to, and they seem to be able to do that perfectly fine. But music is meant to be shared. We all have songs that we'd like to gatekeep or just have to ourselves, and we end up sharing them with someone intentionally or unintentionally. Because all the songs that I have loved that I no longer listen to or feel like I can't listen to anymore, I do still love them. I feel like I'll always really find them to be special to me. But it's just that they mean something different to me now than they initially did, which I guess is what the problem really is. But I feel like this is a universal experience. I mean, maybe not to the extent that I feel like it affects me. I feel like music is really just the one thing that I've kind of seen it the most in. I really wanted to add that SpongeBob clip because I think it's hilarious, but I feel like I've rambled long enough about this. That's really all I had to say. Goodbye and stay safe.